Hey, Upstart. Well, welcome. Uh, Today we are going to discuss something that has really been trending in Kenya in the last few days, and it all concerns about residents of Isli during a demo. They were waving flags, the Somali national flag, and this act seems to have angered a lot of Kenyan citizens, and many expressed their anger and frustrations on social media. They accused the Isli residents, who are predominantly ethnic Somalis, of being disloyal to Kenya, of trying to take over the country, turning it into a new Somalia. Well, I think this is a bit exaggerated because the Somalis were just expressing themselves. Like many of them are refugees, they're immigrants into the country. But then let's not run away from the fact that Kenya has a substantial population of Somalis who belong to this country, Somalis who occupy three major counties in Kenya: Mandera, Wajir, and Garissa. Let's not forget that they're in the administration of this country, they're in the government, they're in the military, they're in the police service, they're everywhere. And these Somalis are bona fide citizens of this country. So I don't see why people should be attacking them also and telling them to move to Somalia. You see? Let's face the fact. We have Maasais who are in Kenya, Tanzania. We have Kurias who are in Kenya and Tanzania. We have Luos in Kenya, Uganda, and even some in Tanzania. So when we try and single out a community and try to say that they don't belong in this country, and we always try to use small triggers so that we can take the whole section of that community and try and castigate them, try and victimize them just because of their perceived successes in business and now in politics, which is really not fair. We really have to dig in our souls and see that we are wrong in a lot of ways. Yeah, we are frustrated by the country's politics and all those things, but we should not take them into another community and try and attack them, go into social media and post xenophobic attacks. Yeah, try and bring rage, anger against that community because it's really unfair, and it shows that we are not going anywhere like a country. Yeah, we should be tolerant of people's views, we should be tolerant of people's actions. Look, we have Kenyans, they're in the US, they're in the UK, they're in Germany, and these Kenyans are proud of their country. Many of them have gotten citizenship in US, in Canada, but they always still show their loyalty to their mother country. They wave Kenyan flags in Washington, in Minnesota, in New York, New Jersey. They wave Kenyan flags. I have friends in Kisii friends. They live in New Jersey. They are proud of waving their Kenyan flag. But they're American citizens. Yeah, they're US citizens. They have a valid US visa. They travel around the world because of the joy that they have as Americans. But you can't see them being attacked by the Americans. The Americans don't say they should move back to Kenya. They're waving the Kenyan flag. They're not loyal to the US. No. Even in the US, we have Mexicans. They're waving the Mexican flags. The Latinos, they're proud of heritage as Mexicans, the Puerto Ricans. Yeah, it's part of the US, but they're proud of their culture, everything about themselves. So I don't see why we should be getting so violent and volatile against these people in Italy because they just waved the Somali flag. Let's be tolerant to the views. Yeah, so long as they're not attacking you, so long as they're not hurting you in any way, let's just appreciate that people are just proud of where they came from. But they have invested in this country. We have seen businesses, they're employing a lot of Kenyans. You go to Italy and you can see a lot of Kenyans, they enjoy shopping there. It has become a cosmopolitan place just because of the growth of the Somalis there. So they are now a fabric of this country. They are now part of this nation. We should just be loyal to ourselves, to the country. Yeah, but it does not mean they have bad intentions for this country. Yeah, so I think we are exaggerating that flag issue a lot. It's really becoming messy because every day I wake up, I log into social media and I see the attacking, I see the vile comments. It's depressing, to say the truth, because for me, as a Somali Kenyan who comes from Mandera, my parents Kenyans, my dad served in the Kenyan military, so I know I'm 100% Kenyan, so I don't see a problem with somebody waving the Somali flag. If they come from Somalia and they wave the Somali flag, it's okay. They can just they can wave it. It does not mean that they have planted that flag into the Kenyan soil and say this is Somalia now, not Kenya anymore. No, they're just proud of themselves from where they have come from, and we should not victimize them because of that. We should see the good in people. There are good things that are brought to us. There are good, the businesses, the employment. Our own country is not giving us employment. Yeah, that is why you can even see me on YouTube. Yeah, so you can just imagine that. Tolerance should be the first thing. The second thing is that we should just have that brotherhood, sisterhood. Let's accept them. They have not done anything wrong on my part, because I don't see they have hurt anybody or they have done anything bad to anybody. They just express themselves. You go to Somalia as a Kenyan, nobody's going to do anything to you, because I have been there with my Kenyan ID and nothing has happened to me there. So as I said, I have Kikuyu friends, I have Luo friends. They work and earn in Somalia. I've also been there and I've seen them be safe. They're proud of their coming from Kenya. And it's really disheartening when we don't tolerate people. We have Congolese, we have Burundians, we have Rwandese, we have Nigerians here in Kenya doing their work. And nobody is harassing them. The Somalis who occupy 3 counties and and they're in every county in this country, working, living. we always target them. It's really not fair. We should try and have a semblance of brotherhood. We should try and at least coexist. As I said, since this country became independent, the Somalis have been part of this country. Historically, we had an option, Jomo Kenyatta, of giving them to Somalia, but he stuck his guns and made them part of this country. So we should try and accept that they are the fabric of this country. We can't run away from that fact, no matter what. We can say anything we want, but in the map, the Kenyan map, they are part of this country. Even from the census, you can see the population. It's part of this country. We can try and bury our heads in the sand and deny them their rights. But Kenyan Somalis are part of this country. We can say anything we want. We have to accept the reality, and we should accept it. We should not victimize them because their brothers from across the border in Somalia waved a flag. No. Those people have their country, just like Kenyans who travel to other countries, live and work, and raise the Kenyan flag there. Same with Somalis who come from Somalia. It's their right. There's no part in the Kenyan constitution that says a foreigner should not wave his country's flag. I've never seen such a thing. Yeah. We should not condemn them because of that. So long as they have not hurt you, they have not attacked you or abused you, let's accept them and let's accept their rights, give them their rights. Thank you.